recycling man. So I don't chuck good stuff in the garbage can. Everything I got, you know I got it second hand. I'm an old recycling man. Darling, you were a good girlfriend. Shame we didn't sort things out back then. The word on the street is you're single again. I'm an old recycling man. And I'm all about reducing lonely night. And I'm all for reusing the greatest hits of Barry White. Reclaim my heart, I'll reclaim yours. They ain't making classics like you and me no more. I hope you're into recycling too. My world could sure revolve around you. You'll find me down in the dumps if you say we're really through. Hope you're into recycling too. We could start reducing lonely night. How's about reusing a little afternoon delight? Reclaim my heart. Is it so wrong to salvage something you should have kept all along? And I'm sure your tastes have grown more refined, and my boyish charms have steadily declined. The truth is I can't get you out of my mind. I'm the old recycling kind. I only repeat the good stuff. I think you're sublime. Like this little lick I recycle all the time. Thank you. All right. I thought old Scott Iverson might get a kick out of that. Recycling Man, that's called. Happy to be here at the Brewin Bistro, filling in for brother Mark Neihart. That guy.
Where is he now?
I don't know. He's all over the world, right?
He's either in Spain or the Spanish part of Beijing. I'm not sure which.
Yeah.
So I got to ask, is that song got anything to do with the fact that my wife, my first wife and my third wife are the same person?
It's got something to do with that. I'm glad you picked up on that. Yeah.
Well, we got lucky.
Hey, if you don't get it right the first time, you can recycle.
I mean, you got it. You know, yeah. Well, it's good to have you.
It's great to be here. Thank you. Looking forward to the show.
What are we doing? Oh, you're going to move over. Okay. Doug, you there?
I think I'm here. Glad to be here.
I'm glad you're somewhere.
Yeah, it's good to be somewhere at all times. Hey, we want to thank our partners in crime, the IAMA, that's the Intermountain Acoustic Music Association. Yeah, they're a great organization. They sponsor a lot of events and concerts every summer. And I don't know if I should reveal this. Can I, Todd? Sure. This summer, the IAMA show that they do, that's the big kind of event of the summer, is going to be held in conjunction with the Arts Festival. So that's going to be incredible. Yes. Looking forward to that. Well, should I introduce Bri now? It's that time of the show.
I think it's a good time. Why don't we? Well, let's take a little break first, and then we'll
take a little break, and when we come back, we'll have Bri Ray. Thank you. Okay, folks, help me welcome, all the way from Orem, our emerging artist, Bri Ray.
Hi guys, I'm Bri. I'm 16 years old, and I've been writing songs since I was 8 years old, but I won't play you guys that one because it's not good at all. But I want to play you guys a song that I wrote because I'm in high school, and last year there was this guy, and I was a sophomore, and he was a senior, and I kind of had a little baby crush on him. And so one day I was standing outside just waiting for my mom to come pick me up, and I had all these books, like a ton of them. And he comes walking up and is all, Bri, like, do you need a ride home? And he drives a huge, like, Jeep. And I had all these books. And I was like, I am not going to be able to get up in his Jeep with these books. And I just knew I was going to fall right on my face or something embarrassing was going to happen. So I just looked at him and I was like, no, it's okay. And he's like, all right, cool. Literally didn't talk the rest of the year. It's fine. Could have gotten a ride home. Didn't. So I wrote this little song.
Loving you from a distance, I wish you'd look my way for an instant. When you smile, I forget how to breathe. I wonder if that smile will ever be for me. I'm trying to keep what was never mine. I didn't have you for the slightest time, but I let you fog my reality, create a perfect fantasy. I forced myself to realize you were never mine. When you hold her, I die a little more. Like my hopeless heart is being torn. My mind says give up, but my heart says no. Even though I try, I can't let you go. I'm trying to keep what was never mine. I didn't have you for the slightest time, but I let you fog my reality, create a perfect fantasy. I forced myself to realize you were never mine. Then came the moment that I wasn't prepared for. You looked me in the eye, said you love her, but you love me more. And all the stars aligned perfectly, till I opened my eyes and saw it was just another daydream, where I was trying to keep what was never mine. I didn't have you for the slightest time, but I let you fog my reality, create a perfect fantasy. Force myself to realize you were never mine. You were never mine.
Okay, I do an anti-bullying presentation. I just go around to different schools. I was at Sage Hills like a couple days ago, and I do an anti-bullying, self-acceptance, like self-worth, esteem, like all of that. And it's just this little presentation I put together, and one of the main songs in the presentation is called There's a Place. And I wrote it because when I was in junior high, there was a boy I met, and all these girls were just laughing at him, and one of them was like, hey, go be his friend, like go make fun of him. And I was like, okay, so I go up to him like, hey, dude, what's your name? He's like, Alex. And I was like, what? And he goes, Alex. And I was like, oh, hey, like, what's up? And I was like, hey, like, I'm in 9th grade, because he was in 7th. I was like, if you need any help at all, just come find me, let me know, and I'll help you out. And I start walking away, and he goes, I need some help. And I was like, okay, like, shoot, because usually people, like, you offer help, but no one asks for help. And then he asked me for help. But I was like, okay, like, what do you need help with? And he's like, I can't open my locker. And I was like, no worries, I've gotcha. So I pick up his books. I'm like, which locker is yours? And we're walking down the hall, and people would be like, Bri, what's happened? And then walk the other way because I was with this boy. I'd be walking down the hall, and girls would be like, Bri, and then walk the other way because I was with this boy. And I was like, wait a second. Just a minute ago, we were friends, and you were talking to me. If you're treating me badly because I'm with him, how are you treating him? And it made me think, like, there is a place for everyone. And there always should be. No matter where you're from, what you look like, talk like, there should always be a place for you.
I trip and I fall. I cry and I bawl. Life can be hard, but I won't take it personally. I'll just be the best that I can be, because God don't make mistakes. And there's a reason I'm here today, so I'll stand tall. I won't be afraid to fall. And no matter what my situation may be, there's a place for everyone, even me. Sometimes you'll lose your way. You'll get caught up in your day, trying so hard to please the people around you. It makes it hard to see the truth, that God don't make mistakes. There's a reason you're here today, so just stand tall and don't be afraid to fall. And no matter what you're going through, there's a place for everyone, even you. And no matter what people say, I pray you wipe your tears away, 'cause you have so much worth, and there's a reason you're on this earth, on this earth. I don't make mistakes. And there's a reason you're here today, so just stand tall and don't be afraid to fall. And no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're going through, there's a place for everyone, even you.
All right, this next song is a song that I wrote, and it's really, really close to my heart, and it's kind of hard to sing sometimes. But I feel like it's a song that all women, like teenagers, everyone, they can all relate to it, and it's called Pretty.
I walk in the room and no head's turned. not like I blame them. She's so much more to see. It's hard to think I'll never catch someone looking at me. Is it too much to ask to feel pretty, to feel wanted and sure? Is it too much to hope something in me people adore? I try to hide the pain of being second choice and never knowing why, by painting on a smile when it feels like I should cry. I just want to feel pretty. Now I hold my breath, wish I could hide, 'cause the looks they cast tell no lie. I know I shouldn't listen to what they have to say. I can't help but feeling this way. Is it too much to ask to feel pretty, to feel wanted and sure? Is it too much to hope something in me people adore? I try to hide the pain of being second choice and never knowing why, by painting on a smile when it feels like I should cry. I just want to feel pretty. I just want to feel pretty. I was raised being told I was beautiful. My daddy said I always made him proud. So why am I letting him down? Just being me should be good enough. So why don't I feel like I measure up? I always seem to fall a little short. When I push harder, I fall more. But is it too much to ask to feel pretty, to feel wanted and sure? Is it too much to hope something in me people adore? I try to hide the pain of being second choice and never knowing why, by painting on a smile when it feels like I should cry. I just want to feel pretty. Just want to feel pretty. Help me feel pretty.
All right, I have a very, very, very talented friend named Crystal Ramirez. And this is a song I actually wrote with her a couple months ago, and it's called Run.
You loved me when I needed to be loved. I held on when I probably should have run away, rejecting what I've known since I was young, but I didn't run. I gave you every minute of my time, and I heard the truth every second you would lie. I loved you, hoped to see what we'd become, so I didn't run. And you told me I was the one, then left me out to dry. Thought I knew what love was. You didn't try, and I gave you everything wasn't enough for you, so you turn and run. I pick up the mess that you made from all the shattered pieces that I saved. Don't you tell me that I'm nothing, 'cause you're wrong, and you know you're wrong. You told me I was the one and left me out to dry. Thought I knew what love was. You didn't try, and I gave you everything, each part of me. I guess it wasn't enough for you, so you turn and run. You saw me as interchangeable. I'm here to say I'm irreplaceable. You lost your own game. So go on back to where you came from. I'm not your toy, so find a new one. Give up, run away. Oh, oh, oh. Run away. I gave you everything, each part of me. I guess it wasn't enough for you, so you turn and run.
All right, this last song I wrote with a great girl. She lives in Nashville now. Her name's Becca Tremmel, and she is outstandingly talented. We wrote this song because there were these guys at our schools who were so full of it all the time, kind of, and we were kind of like, okay, but wait, this time someone put you in your place and tell you what's up. And it's coming out as a single for you to buy in like a couple weeks. And my producer, Rich Parkinson, has worked wonders on this song. He is incredible. But anyway, it's called Hipster. Pull up to school in your broken down stick shift. Heads turn your way and I'll bet you'd like it. Indie rock blasting on your speakers. Windows down so everyone can hear. Step out of the car and the sun hits your hair. So much gel, I go blind from the glare. Strode up to me in your skinny tan jeans. Kiss my hand, but it doesn't mean a thing. 'Cause you're a hipster, hipster. I'll bet you've kissed her and her and her and her and her. Not really sorry, mister, but I won't fall for a hipster. Whoa, whoa, oh, oh, whoa, mister. Thought your ego got the message and would leave me alone. Guess not, 'cause you still call me on your flip phone. Maybe it's muscle mass, not gonna lie. I'm not into guys with legs skinnier than mine. Big black glasses, lens pops out. Think you're so cool, yeah, I know what you're about. I'm not your indie record, looking to get played. Didn't catch it the first time, so now I gotta say, you're a hipster, hipster. I'll bet you've kissed her and her. I'm not really sorry, mister, but I don't fall for a hipster. I guess you have a little charm. I could look good on that lanky little arm. I guess I could see you and me. Then I come back to reality. You're a hipster, hipster. I know you've kissed her and her. I'm not really sorry, mister, but I don't fall for a hipster. Whoa, whoa, hipster. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Bri Ray, everybody. Yeah, fantastic.
Tell you what, I'm supposed to ask you some questions and whatnot, but I'm speechless. I don't know about you all. You're fantastic. It makes me want to ask about the song you wrote when you were 8, because was that the very first song you wrote when you were 8?
Yeah, I wrote it for my dad. It was like a little business, like inspirational song.
Give us a little taste. Come on.
I
Don't you
mean,
want
I
to
don't
hear
even
the
remember how
song
to play
she wrote
it,
when
but
she,
it's like,
you don't know it anymore? Okay.
I don't know how to play it, but it's like, oh, believe. Guys, it's so embarrassing. Oh, believe. When you're discouraged, just believe, and you will find that it's easier to fulfill your goal in mind if you just believe.
Hey.
Yeah, that was that.
Sounds like you came by it honestly, and you've had it your whole life. It's a skill.
Oh,
It's a
thank
blessing.
you.
It's a gift. Tell us about your songwriting since then. Okay, so have you got CDs out and things like that, or is this your first recording that you talked about?
So when I was in 5th grade, I did a CD with my sister and my 5th grade teacher, actually, and we just recorded a bunch of songs, and that one song that I just sang awkwardly is on there. So
Okay.
you don't ask about it. But we actually sold it to donate money to kids in Cambodia so that they could go to school. So that was like my first ever recording thing ever. But then I was just barely in Nashville with my producer, Rich Parkinson, who helps me write songs, and he's taught me so much. He's changed my life. But I was just in Nashville with him doing a bunch of recording and songwriting and all this stuff. And so we recorded 3 songs there, and the first one that's coming out is Hipster.
Nice.
And I'm super excited. But
All right. And is that going to be available on iTunes or something? How will people
iTunes,
find
Amazon, CD Baby. You can look on my website, www.briray.me, and all the information for that will be on there.
that? So cool. And are you at Orem High School? Is that
I'm at Timpanogos.
Timpanogos. Well, I got to say, I bet you Timpanogos is a much better place because you're there as a student.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, I'm knocked out by how grown up you are, and
Thank you.
you're fantastic. Oh yeah, and Scott just gave me a prompt. You performed at the Suzanne Millsaps Performing Songwriter Showcase last year, and
I did.
they somehow gave you second place when you should have had first. I can tell right now. No
Oh,
offense to
no.
whoever took first, but you
No,
were.
no. Second place is great. It's
Congratulations on that. That is so awesome.
great. Thank you. Thank you.
Now, is that something that you would like to do more of? More of those kinds of contests and things like that?
I love them. I think they're really, really fun, and you get to meet so many different talented people, and I love it. It's so fun. I just love meeting new people too, so that's always good.
And besides music, what do you maybe see yourself doing? I think I can see a career in music for you, but you could also do all sorts of things.
Well, I can't draw, so being an artist.
That's out? Okay.
Like stick figures are not even good. Like that's the thing. It's bad. But I love working with people, so I'd probably definitely do something with people or teaching, like therapist, something. I don't know. I
could
just
see
love,
you
love,
being-
love people.
That would be good. You could do that. I can tell.
So
Hey, folks, that's Bri Ray.
thank
All right.
you.
We'll take a break and we'll be right back. Hi, folks. Welcome back to the Brewin Bistro. Yeah. You know, we want you to realize that you can help keep us, the Brewin Bistro, on the air. And so we're going to put a little information on the screen now, and we'll give you a second to write it down. Maybe Cord will play a little classical ditty while they're writing it down. You can, yeah, go for it.
That help you?
Yeah, thanks. I think, well, donations are rolling in. All right, thank you. You can also email us at bistro@slcctv.com. We want to hear your feedback. And, hey, we're lucky tonight. We got Utah's favorite sons. I swear, the next visit, they're going to be given the keys to the city. Moores and McCumber. Okay, welcome.
best know what you're after, what you're in it for. Without a leg to stand on, make an argument based upon illusions, tempered evidence. 'Cause everything is rosy when you have the right of way. Some will claim they're holy as they try to take your rights away. There are no hard, fast rules when it comes to love and war. You best know what you're after, what you're in it for. Raised upon conviction, full of bleeding heart. You're a dream or a nightmare, and it's hard to tell apart. 'Cause everything is rosy when you have the right of way. Some will claim they're holy as they try to take your rights away. There are no hard, fast rules when it comes to love and war. Best know what you're after, what you're in it for, 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 what you're in it for. When it comes to love and war, best know what you're after, what you're in. There are no hard, fast rules when it comes to love and war. Best know what you're after, what you're in. Love and war. There are no hard, fast rules when it comes to love and war. There are no hard, fast rules when it comes to love and war. There are no hard, fast rules when it comes to love and war. There are no hard, fast rules when it comes to love and war.
Thank you very much. My name is James Moores, and I'm from Superior, Wisconsin. This is my good buddy, best friend, and co-conspirator in crime here at Court McCumber. And he's from a little town called Gold Hill, Colorado, just up in the mountains west of Boulder. And we're happy to be here today. Playing on the Brewin Bistro.
Love it. It's great. Key to the city. Wow.
Yeah. Waiting for the key to the city and the brew. Somebody told me, they said, when you get to Salt Lake, be sure to try the beer. It's very good. Well, in true bistro form, we're going to play a ukulele and a cello. That seems to be the best of all combinations in the bistro.
All right.
This is a song called Buried in Stone. I am a gypsy, follow the wind, change where it takes me, move from within, sculpture buried in stone, buried in stone. I'm a bit tipsy, I've drank too much wine. If you don't want to kiss me, well, don't tell me why.
Love is a fragile thing, buried in stone. Love is a fragile thing, buried in stone. Love is a fragile thing. Some want a big red rose, some want a diamond ring. I don't want either of those, buried in stone. For love is a fragile thing, buried in stone. Love is a fragile thing, buried in stone. You don't have to convince me. I've made my false start, and I've tried to move mountains, and they've all fallen apart. I'm nothing but flesh and bone, and I'm buried in stone. For love is a fragile thing, I'm buried in stone. For love is a fragile thing, I'm buried in stone. For love is a fragile thing, I'm buried in stone.
Interesting. You know, when you have only 5 songs to remember, you should be able to do that.
Well, we should write them down. Something simple.
We
woke up
played
this
a lot of
morning and
schools,
like,
but we
what?
didn't go to a lot of them.
Here's one called The Martyr's Lounge. Leo's is a club up in heaven where all the martyrs hang out. Gandhi staggers in with John Lennon. They'll start a bar fight, no doubt. When you leave, they follow. When you bleed, all the masses feel your pain. Plant your seed, set sunflowers growing inside our brain. Brain, brain. Jesus don't need no introduction. He's got a famous old man in a party for 12. I see Cobain, he's well, he's in the angels that fell, a local tour involvement. When you leave, they follow. When you bleed, all the masses feel your pain. Plant your seed, set sunflowers growing inside our brain. Our brain, Jacques Cousteau. Talk about the sharks they used to know. When you leave, they follow. When you bleed, all the masses feel your pain. Plant your seed, setting sunflowers growing inside. Setting sunflowers growing inside. Setting sunflowers growing inside.
Well, as all good folk singers, we have a lot of songs that include lines about moons, rivers, mountains. This one's no exception. This one's a little bit of a mountain song. It's called I Used to Run Around.
Met him on the top of a mountain. Never really did catch his name, but out of his mouth came a fountain. The story of his life he did sing. I recall a time when I was younger, living off the land and for the land. I was a child full of wonder. Nature had its way and made it. I used to run around with a band full of trouble. Never really did settle down. I should have used it by the double. Spent so much time falling down. I used to run around, give the fox a run for his money. I hide on the trail like a lion. I'm tired of all this running, ready to set this one out. I used to run around. Back in the day I had a hunger. Living fast was living free. I don't know how I'm not 6 feet under. It's hard to believe, 'cause I used to run around with a band full of trouble. Never really did settle down. I should have used a body double. Spent so much time falling down. I used to run around, be the fox to run for his money. I hide on the trail like a lion. I'm tired of all the running, ready to set this one up. I used to run around. I used to run around. I used to run around. Trouble, never really did settle down. I should have used a body double. Spent so much time falling down. I used to run around, be the fox to run for his money. I hide on a trail like a hound. I'm tired of all this running, ready to set this one up. I used to run around, I used to run around, I used to run around. I met him on the top of a mountain. I never really did catch his name.
It's like a game of musical instruments up here. So we had the great pleasure to play in Moab a couple months ago, down at the Moab Folk Festival, and that's where this song got started. So it's a brand new song for us, and it's called "Take Me."
Disappear into the sunrise. The sky is changing right before my eyes. Feeling like a road dog, ragged and high. Lead me by the nose, I don't need to know where or why. I ain't going nowhere with a push and a pull. You take me somewhere when there's nowhere to go. I am constantly moving to the beat of the sound. My feet are dancing, but I'm rooted in the ground. Feeling like a road dog, ragged and high. Leaving by the nose, I don't need to know where or why. Feeling like a road dog, ragged and high. Leave me by the nose, I don't need to know where or why. I ain't going nowhere with a push and a pull. You take me somewhere when there's nowhere to go. Feeling like a road dog, ragged and high. Anybody knows I'd see you nowhere right. I ain't gonna feeling like a road dog, breaking in half. Anybody knows I'd see you nowhere right. I ain't going nowhere with the push and the pull. You take me somewhere.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. James Morris.
Fort McCumber.
Whew, fantastic, you guys.
Thank you very much.
I don't think you even got through a full rotation of the instruments, or
I
did
don't
you?
think we did.
Yeah.
Let's start over.
Scott, isn't there a law? I don't think that these guys know about it. You
What is
cannot.
it?
You cannot in Utah. We have strange laws.
I know,
here.
I've heard about a few of them.
You cannot write songs, sing songs, and play all these instruments that well. It's illegal here. So,
Hey, thanks a lot.
Morris and McCumber, give them another hand.
Thank you.
So, we'll do a little interview here if you don't mind. I'm dying to know, since you live in Wisconsin and you're in Colorado, how is it that you put the songs together? I know you both have CDs that are solo CDs, and you tour solo and you tour as a duo. So, say you've written a song, then how does he learn it? Or how does that come together?
Most of the time now, the stuff that we're doing as a duo is co-writes.
Oh,
And
cool.
most of that happens when we're on the road together touring. Like today, we woke up in Laramie, and pretty much for 6 hours,
Wrote
James had an
songs all the way
instrument and, you know, breaking out lyrics that he had written back at home. And he's like, what do you think about this? And usually every one, I'm just like, that's awesome, let's work on it. So I was driving today, and I was like, no, go to the A minor there, try the F, try the D over F sharp, you know, and he's like, what, where, when? I'm like, just, okay, now what did you originally have? And
He's trying to
then-
get me to modulate. I'm trying to get him to make the right exit. It's a good working relationship.
I love it. And so if you're writing songs, maybe when you're each at your own homes, do those go in your solo records then? Is that how that works? Or?
You know, the last solo record we each made was in 2010. Our first, we made a record together, which was not really the kind of collaborations as our last two records have been. But we did one because we were doing some shows together, and people really loved it when we sang together, and that was the CD they wanted to buy at the end of the night. We didn't have that, so we recorded a bunch of songs that I had written, Court had written, a couple of cover songs, and we put those on a record in 2009. In 2010, we were still releasing solo records, but then 2012 and 2013, we've been full-time just as the duo. So it's really been a lot of writing on the road, a lot of traveling.
Well,
I
fantastic.
think when you get along with somebody off stage, you just say, we have to try to do this.
Yeah,
See how long we can make it work.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, it's working for you.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome back here anytime. I know that. So, the other question I was wondering, since you play all these instruments, you wake up in the morning. How do you know which one to pick up? Maybe you had a great dream. Oh, I'm going to write a song about that. How do you start?
I don't know about Court, but when I met Court, all I played was guitar. So all this other stuff I've started playing since I met him, and it's just been a joy to learn it and be able to write on it. And so for me, it's kind of like what's ever closest, I think. You know, it's really fun. Another thing that Court taught me was, you know, you write a song on a guitar, and then it's really fun to take it to bouzouki or mandolin or ukulele and see how it can change, because it really can morph a song into, you know, a better song. So
Cool.
I mean, that last song we played, James said it started when we were in Moab, and we finished it when we were in New York at a conference. And I think you had an idea for melody in your head, and I just said, hey man, you know, try it on mandolin. He's like, what do you mean? I said, he's asking me because he kind of had the idea. He said, what's D on this? I said, that's D on mandolin. He's like, what's B minor and what's G? I showed him that, and he's like, okay. He starts playing it, and then that song turned into what you just heard, with him, you know, just showing him a couple chords on the mandolin. But it made sense because with him playing that on guitar, it would have gone somewhere else possibly. And so you can get really neat things that happen out of it. You know, another new song that we have was started on me playing Irish bouzouki and James playing guitar, and it now is him playing mandolin and me playing cello in a different key, but it's now it's not completely different. Like, you'd recognize the original version, but now it just has these other things that wouldn't happen if you were playing those other instruments.
Right.
With both of us playing rhythm. Now it's like he's got a specific part on the mandolin and there's a specific part on the cello.
Absolutely.
So, and then those don't get in the way of each other, and it doesn't get in the way of our voices. So that's kind of the way that my approach is when I'm picking something up. Is like, what's going to fit, complement, and not get in the way. And
Well,
that's kind of how our voices ended up working out naturally, which we're really lucky that way.
Yeah.
There's a little luck there, but there's a lot of talent because you get all these instruments going. It could just be a cacophony. So, but you guys make it really work. And
Thanks.
Thank you.
got your new CD here, Against the Grain.
Yeah.
I imagine they'll show that on the screen. Websites, how can folks find you?
Mooresandmccumber.com. It's MOORSANDMCCUMBER.com.
And that'll be on the screen. So,
That's it.
hey, welcome back anytime.
Thank you guys. Really
Okay.
appreciate it. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thanks you guys.
We'll be right back with the jam, so stick around. Okay, hey, thank our live audience for coming. We appreciate it. Bri Ray, you were fantastic. Thank you. Big hand for Ray. Moores and McCumber are going to take us out on a jam. What are we going to play, fellas?
We're going to play a song called Long
Way Down.
All right.
It's a long way down this one-way road. You can do as they say. You can do as you're told. But you won't get nowhere standing in line. But you'll get yours. Won't you step outside? It's a long way down this one-way road. You can do as they say. You can do as you're told. But you won't get nowhere standing in line. But you'll get yours. Won't you step outside? You got a house in the hills, so you can see the land. You got a pretty good deal with a shake of a hand. Now the trade winds are blowing. See the other face buried in the language. They're gonna take this place. It's a long way down this one-way road. You can do as they say. You can do as you're told. But you won't get nowhere standing in line. You'll get yours. Won't you step outside? You won't get nowhere standing in line. You'll get yours. Won't you step outside?
Good night.